Hey there and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the functional trainer shoulder press, and we're going to be taking a pronated grip with this exercise today. This is an incredible exercise for your shoulders and I highly recommend you guys do it. A couple things we have to do first. When it comes to the height arm, where we're going to start from, you want to make sure that this is underneath your hips. So just bring it lower than your hips. And then your rotation arm, you want that at a 1. That way you're inside the machine and you're not in the middle of the gym floor. Then we want to adjust the weight. Make sure you can do 20 repetitions comfortably before you start to increase the weight every other week or so. Once you have that set up, just take a nice little step back. That way the cable's not like all up in your crotch. And then also make sure that you're doing this exercise in a nice, slow, and controlled manner, allowing yourself to go through its full range of motion. So bring the bar underneath your chin and then fully extend at the top. But before we continue, here's a word from today's video sponsor.
I'm today's video sponsor, and if you'd like help losing fat or gaining muscle, there are a few ways I can help you down below. Either set up a free consultation with us, purchase through one of our free affiliate links, or purchase one of our instant access affordable training programs. Can't wait to be of service to you. Now let's get back to the rest of the video.
Another key thing that I want you guys to focus on is making sure that you're keeping an upright posture. The biggest mistake that I find when people are doing shoulder presses is they arch their back way too much. And it's just completely unnecessary because you're putting way too much pressure on the disc. So just make sure that you're standing around shoulder width apart, that you're pushing your hips in and you're squeezing your glutes and your abs. What that's going to do is going to lock you in. It's going to lock your torso and connect your upper body and lower body through your core. And then once you do that, keep your chin tucked and then come all the way down and then all the way up. You want to fully extend at the top when you're doing these shoulder presses. I'm not saying pause at the top, just fully extend at the top. And your hand placement should be slightly outside your shoulder width. And your elbows, you don't want your elbows to be directly next to you. Like meaning if you look to the side, you don't want your elbow to be right next to your shoulder. That's very bad pressing position. You want it to be kind of slightly forward. So I would say around 30 degrees from that angle. Let's just come a little forward and then press from that direction. That's going to be a lot safer for your shoulders and your rotator cuffs. Another key thing that I want you guys to focus on is making sure that you're doing it in a nice and controlled fashion. So you don't want to be using a lot of momentum when you're doing this exercise, because if you do, you're going to end up getting injured. Those are the key things when it comes to doing this exercise correctly. In a couple seconds, I'm going to show you guys some of the wrong forms that we want to avoid. Another key thing is as you're bringing the weight down, you want to make sure that the weight is not that far from your face or chin. So keep it close to that area because if it goes too far forward, it's going to start pulling you forward. Also make sure to maintain the forearm at the same angle as the cable. So here's some common mistakes: flaring the elbows out. This is very, very bad pressing form. I give you about 2 weeks before you snap something. So obviously avoid that. Another common mistake is half reps. Don't do half reps at the top or half reps at the bottom. Full repetitions, guys. And then lastly, you don't want to be pressing forward. You want to be pressing straight up and down.